When we are in a relationship that doesn't feel reciprocated, when we feel like we are giving a lot and we are not receiving the same way, many times we tend to try to understand the reason why that is happening. And many times we put the focus on the other person. And then we try to figure out, maybe he's an avoidant, maybe he has emotional unavailability, maybe this person has a fear of commitment. And even though we believe that might be true, we are also forgetting about why are we staying in that situation. If we see the red flags and we don't do anything about it and we keep staying there, we probably are repeating an emotional pattern over and over again without realizing. And why that happens is because that is in our subconscious mind, and we don't have easy access to the subconscious mind. But what we have is like an inner compass that we call intuition, the gut feeling. We need to be very honest with ourselves. When something is missing, when something is off in the connection with someone, we feel it in our body. Something is telling us that something is not quite right. And if we keep putting the focus on trying to understand why the other person is behaving that way, somehow we are trying to find an excuse to avoid seeing ourselves in that situation. What is our role in that particular situation? So, my recommendation is, instead of trying to figure out the other one, is trying to figure out yourself. Yeah, simple as that. I know it is not easy, because when we have an illusion, when we have this fantasy, when we project all our desires and longings into someone we choose, we only see that. We try to somehow accommodate everything so our dream will come true. I don't know if that happened to you. It happened to me many times. That's why I'm talking about this, because I have this experience. So, when we are in a situation when we feel that our love is not reciprocated the way we would love to, we may need to pay a close attention into ourselves, how we feel. And then we can try very hard to love ourselves, to respect our emotions, to consider our feelings, and ask these questions. Is this good for me, or is this not so good for me? And if something feels off because our intuition is telling us that something is not quite right, that we're not feeling safe, then we may need to start thinking that we may be repeating a pattern that is coming from childhood. And then there is something that you can change, because we cannot change other people, but we can change ourselves. So I'm talking about this today because I have an offering. This is a free ebook that is in the description that you can access to, and you can use this ebook to try to understand what a repeated pattern, an emotional pattern, looks like, and what can you do about it. It's the first steps. First to identify, recognize, accept that you are repeating a pattern, where the pattern is coming from, and how can you break that so you can be free from all the conditioning, free from all those things that are in the way for you to have a true, loving relationship with someone you deserve. So that is my gift to you. Remember, subscribe to my channel. It is very helpful for other people to also have access to it. And Leave a comment. I would love to know what you think about this. And share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching. See you next time.